It's not us. It's Slingbox. And this one going to go out of bounds with 1:29 left to go in the first quarter as Sequoyah on top of Chattahoochee 11-2. We apologize for the technical difficulties as we had a little bit of trouble getting the broadcast started. As this one's going to go back across half court and it'll be over and back. So 1:22 left to go in the first quarter. Your score, Sequoyah on top of Chattahoochee 11-2. Blatchford with all the 2-point shots for Sequoyah and Rogers with a 3-pointer. The only two players that have scored for the Chiefs, and Jasmine Perez with 2 points for the Chattahoochee Lady Cougars as Simon going to drive baseline now, kicks this one over to Rakestraw, and she lays that one up and in. And Sequoyah with their second double-digit lead of the evening, 13-2 with 1 minute left to go in the first. Trap along the baseline, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice defense there by the Lady Chiefs to force the turnover. So, Will, this one so far has been all Sequoyah on top, 13-2 in a very important Region 7 6A matchup.
Yeah, and that's something that the Chiefs have been able to do all year is get ahead quickly.
And a 3-point shot, no good. Chattahoochee with the rebound, and they're going to come back the other way. Nice move and laid up and in by Autumn Cotton. And they cut this Chiefs lead to 9 with 34 seconds left to go in the first, 13-4. Simon looks inside, it's not there. She kicks it out to Rakestraw, who steps inside and has that shot blocked. A fantastic shot blocked by number 4, Leanna Bebe. And no good on the putback attempt. Sequoyah with a nice rebound. And that shot teases and finally drops for Deja Rakestraw. 15-4 your score as we come to the final seconds. Gonna have to get a shot off as Chattahoochee, and that one no good. And time will expire on the first quarter of play. So after one, your score from the War Lodge, Sequoyah in control of this game, 15-4 on top of the Lady Cougars. So we'll quick recap of the game. We started off with 2 quick baskets by Ellie Blatchford, the girl who just recently got a Vanderbilt scholarship offer, and she's only a sophomore, so big things coming from her. One of the key players that we've seen for Chattahoochee so far has been Jasmine Perez, who's basically been setting up the entire offense for the Chattahoochee Lady Cougars, as she finally found the bottom of the bucket to score the first points of the game for Chattahoochee. And then Abebe put the other bucket in for the Lady Cougars. So once again, fans, we want to apologize for missing a good portion of the first quarter. I think we've fixed our technical difficulties, and now we're ready to bring you the completion of this contest. Once again, I want to thank you for joining us on Chiefs TV. I'm Chase Schaefer. Joining me in the booth tonight is Will Hogendijk. Will, thank you for joining us, and hopefully Sequoyah can go ahead and get back on the wagon after dropping 2 of their last 3 after rattling it off an 11-game win streak during the season.
Yeah, most definitely, and it's looking good so far here tonight, and Ellie Blatchford is going to be that player that they're going to look to rally their offense, and she's done such a great job of that tonight already. So
Sequoyah going to go ahead and inbound this one. Blatchford taking her time. She's going to walk this one over the logo, switches hands. 1-on-1. Now she's going to move back to her right-hand side. Pitchers and timeout called by Coach Yarbrough, so not the start that the Lady Chiefs wanted. 11 seconds into the second quarter, and they're already having to take a timeout. It's only their first charge timeout, but looked like Sequoyah had a hard time getting the offense set up there, Will.
Yeah, I think there might have been a little bit of miscommunication out of the gate there, but they'll be looking to reset and come back at it.
So, Will, it's good to see the Lady Chiefs getting some shots to fall. Last time we were here for the River Ridge contest, that was a very highly anticipated matchup, but Sequoyah just could not get shots to fall. Layups were getting missed, free throws were getting missed, and the leading scorer for the Chiefs, Ellie Blatchford, was only able to muster 5 points. So we'll see if they can get back on the wagon here tonight.
Yeah, and it's good to see that the Chiefs can quickly get out of that funk and get right back into the groove that they've had all season.
Nice move to the basket by Rogers and a great pass by Blatchford, and that's what they were looking for coming out of the timeout as Sequoyah goes back up 17-4 with 7 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first half. That one going to be poked back across court, and Sequoyah going to put the press on. Nice pass ahead for Cotton. Cotton looks inside. That lane closes. She kicks this one out to Troyer. Troyer looks now, mid-range jumper, and that one comes up just a little short as it bounces off the front of the iron. Blatchford picks up the rebound for the Chiefs. 7:15 left to go. Simon going to go baseline, and we got a whistle. Looks like they're going to say Simon walked with it, so that'll be a turnover for the Lady Chiefs. So 7:13 left to go in the first half. Still 17-4, courtesy of the Lady Chiefs. Cotton picks up the basketball. She's going to check up, and this pass goes over to Troyer. And defense collapses down on Troyer. She's going to look to go baseline. Not there. Nice pass to Cotton. Cotton going to drive the lane and no good, but they're going to say she was fouled by Barber. So an aggressive drive to the basket by Cotton, and she's going to be awarded with 2 free throws after the foul by the Sequoyah Chiefs center, Tafton Barber. Cotton for her first, and that one goes off the back of the rim and bounces out. So first attempt no good. Stays 17-4 with 6:51 left to go in the half. And the second one is good from 15 feet away, and that pulls Chattahoochee to within 12. Blatchford going to drive the lane. Now she's going to dribble around the defense and comes back out to the wing. She's got Cotton shadowing her. Now she's going to get trapped down the baseline. Has to kick this one out to Rakestraw. Rakestraw one-on-one with Cotton. She drives the lane, and that one goes up, and she is fouled on the layup attempt. So Rakestraw going to go shoot 2. Already at the line once tonight. Missed both of her free throws. She'll try to redeem herself here with 6:29 left to go in the first half. As Sequoyah goes up 18-5 with the conversion of the first free throw. And the second one is up and good. So 2 for 4 on the night from the nail is the senior Deja Rakestraw. Inbound pass finds its way to Abebe, who gets it over to Perez. Abebe takes it back. She's going to be shadowed by Blatchford. Kicks this one ahead to Cotton. Cotton now back to Perez, who's got a wide open look for 3. That one just a little bit too much heat on it, and it's going to be rebounded by Simon. Simon going to slow it down a little bit and get this one over to Blatchford. Shoulder high dribble there. Nice move, and Blatchford going to drive the lane. Passes this one to Barber, who lays it up and in and gets an and one attempt here on the good basket. So 6:05 left to go, and Sequoyah really starting to walk away with this one, Will.
Yeah, and one of the reasons because of that is their fantastic defensive press that they've been able to put on, and that's forced Chattahoochee to get the ball over quickly.
So Barber with a chance to convert on a 3-point play, and she does. That one is perfect from 15 feet away as Tafton Barber converts the 3-point opportunity as she sinks that free throw from the nail. So 6:05 left to go. Sequoyah all over Chattahoochee, 22-5. Let's see if Chattahoochee can claw their way back into this one. Inbound pass goes to Cotton. Cotton taking her time, passes this one over to Abebe. Abebe now finds Troyer in the corner, who gives it right back to her. Abebe going to go coast to coast. Now she kicks this one back out. It makes its way back to Troyer, who drives inside, pulls up jumper, no good. She had a wide open look at the basket, just hurried the shot a little bit and didn't quite get enough oomph on it. So 5:47 left to go, and it is still 22-5 Lady Chiefs on top of Chattahoochee. Inbound pass coming for Chattahoochee. Perez going to take this one. Nice look inside, mid-range jumper, looks a little left, it is. And Rakestraw mishandles the rebound, and this one will stay Chattahoochee basketball. Will, all these region games going down the stretch are going to be very critical for the Lady Chiefs, trying to secure at least one home game throughout the course of the playoffs if they can manage to get the 2 seed.
Yeah, most definitely. If they can do this to region teams, they'll be in a good spot.
Long 3-pointer, no good, but a nice offensive rebound makes its way back out to Perez. Perez kicks this one over to Abebe. Abebe to Cotton. Cotton goes around the screen set by Abebe, launches a 3, and that one rattles around the rim and no good on the putback attempt, and that one's going to toilet bowl in for Chattahoochee, and that's Maya Atala getting on the board for the Lady Cougars, 22-7 with 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Blatchford getting shadowed by Troyer. Finds Rogers. Rogers now down into the corner to Singh, and that one's going to be poked away by Perez. Nice defense there by the Lady Cougars. Rogers going to inbound this one to Blatchford. Perez comes up to play defense on her. No, she's going to play a softer defense and float back. She's going to let Troyer take it. Now this pass makes its way back over to Blatchford, who's at the wing. Now to the other wing. Rogers back up top inside to Rakestraw. Excellent defense forces a Sequoyah turnover, and Blatchford a little bit too aggressive on the hand checking as she fouls Autumn Cotton, the sophomore guard. So Aaron Jackson going to go ahead and check in for the Lady Chiefs. 4:32 left to go in the first half. Sequoyah all over this one, 22-7. Perez, the top of the key, sends it over to Cotton, who sends it to Troyer. Wide open look for three, and that one's good for Troyer. Mary Troyer, the junior guard, sinks one from way away. And the score is now 22-10 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the half. Blatchford looks baseline, sends this one back out to Rogers, who's at the wing. She gets doubled up at the three-point line, sends this one back out to Jackson. Nice inside look, now back out to Rogers at the wing. Good look at a three, and she sinks that one. And Sequoyah gets that three-pointer right back and pushes it back out to a 15-point lead, 25-10, and a turnover on the mishandled pass by Leanna Abebe. So also the way the region tournament going to work this year, if Sequoyah able to get a 2 seed, then they'll host 2 games throughout the region tournament. So we get a few more broadcasts here from the home side of things. But if they continue to stumble down the stretch, they have another game looming with Cambridge after this one. Sequoyah going to try and hold on to that 2 seed as much as possible.
Yeah, the home advantage is always something they want to have, especially at an environment here like the War Lodge.
3:27 left to go. Inbound pass coming for Sequoyah. Look down to the wing. Now back to Blatchford. Blatchford gets a nice lane to shoot from, but she puts too much on that one as Jackson tries to get it. And a turnover now as this one's going to go over and just poked back. Perez going to pick that one up for the Cougars. She's got a one-on-one to the basket. She goes underneath, and a nice finish by Jasmine Perez. That was a nice layup underneath the basket for Perez, Will.
Yeah, it was a great move, especially on one of Sequoyah's best defensive forces there.
And that three-pointer goes off the side of the backboard. Fired up by Sophia DeMaro. And Davies going to check into the game and give Ellie Blatchford a break. As she looks a little gassed, headed to the bench. She's played every minute so far the first half with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. So Davies checking in. One of these young Chiefs. Perez now at the top of the key, sends this one over to Cotton. Cotton one-on-one with DeMaro. Nice move to beat her inside, pulled up on the jumper, but sent that one over to Troyer. Atala pushes this one inside, and she has to get it right back. Chiefs playing some nice defense inside the key. Perez unable to shake Jackson, and now she drives into the lane and lays that one up. No good on the layup attempt. This one pushed ahead for Singh. Singh finds Davies. Davies fires up a three, no good, as that one bounces off the front of the rim. Here comes Perez again as she jump stops in the key, and getting tied up is Cotton, but they're going to say she walked with it. .207 left to go in the half, 25-12. Sequoyah on top of Chattahoochee here from the War Lodge at Sequoyah High School. Thank you for joining us on Chiefs TV. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Singh's in trouble. She's going to have to get this one out to Davies, and she turns the ball over. as Troyer going to look inside on Davies. Checks back, looks, and that one going to be stolen by DeMauro. DeMauro throws a little bit of a shoulder into Troyer, but they're going to let him play. So, Will, some nice aggressive defense here by these Lady Chiefs as Jackson fires up a three-pointer and no good.
Yeah, defense has been their strongest asset so far tonight.
Perez steps back out to the wing. Now this one going to get swung all the way around in a deep shot, no good, and out of bounds by Abebe. Davies slowly taking the ball up the court. We understand she's got family watching from Utah tonight. I want to give a shout out to her grandfather, Ray Saylor, one of the young key pieces of the Sequoyah Chiefs team. Nice pass to Said Davies. Now she dishes this one over, and the jump shot falls on the rebound for Callie Gaddis. Under a minute to go now, 27-12. Chiefs on top of the Lady Cougars. Cotton looks inside, it's not there. Picks up her dribble and sends this one back out to Perez, who launches a deep three-pointer. No good, and Davies picks up the rebound for the Lady Chiefs. This one pushed ahead to Gaddis. Nice pass over to Jackson, who finishes with the beautiful layup. So 38 seconds left to go, 29-12. Sequoyah on top of Chattahoochee. Will, that was a fantastic pass there.
Yeah, it's those plays that Sequoiah's been able to make all night, those great passing plays to set up for an easy lane and shoot it right in.
20 seconds left to go. Chattahoochee taking their time. Don't want to give the Chiefs the ball back and risk any more points. Perez one-on-one with Jackson. 10 seconds left to go. Here comes the pressure, now down in the corner for Abebe. Launches a three-pointer. That one bounces off the rim, no good, and that'll do it for the first half of play here from Sequoyah High School. At the end of the first half, Sequoyah on top of Chattahoochee, 29-12. And Will, this one's been all Sequoyah from beginning until the end of the first half.
Yeah, they've been able to lock down defensively and not allow Chattahoochee any looks, and the looks they have been able to allow them have been limited at that.
You know, Will, one of the things that we've been talking about throughout the course of the game, Sequoyah wanting to get that second seed in the region. Losing two of their last three games, and those being region games, has really been a big blow for a team that 4 games ago was competing for the top spot in the region. That looks like it's pretty much going to belong to River Ridge now, barring a pretty epic collapse on the Lady Knights' part. But Sequoyah looking to get back on the wagon here tonight, and what a better way to start by leading at half, 29-12.
Yeah, that was a big hit for sure, but Sequoyah has been able to just win against all these other teams, and that's able to boost their record and winning percentage. So they're certainly doing all they can here tonight.
So we'll take a short break here from the War Lodge at Sequoyah High School. I'm Chase Schaefer. Joining me is Will Hogendijk from ChiefsTV.org. And we'll be back to bring you the second half of action here from Sequoyah High School, where Sequoyah leads Chattahoochee 29-12. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the War Lodge here at Sequoyah High School. Thank you for joining us on ChiefsTV.org. I am Chase Schaefer. Joining me in the booth, as always, is Will Hogendijk. Will, the tale of the first half was all Sequoyah Chiefs. They dominated on both ends of the floor and were making some really nice passes into the lane and getting some good looks and some layups.
Yeah, Chattahoochee was just not able to get a foothold in this game so far. They've been outmatched physically, defensively, offensively, you name it. Sequoiah's just been the dominant force here tonight.
So one of the ways that teams can typically get Sequoyah off their rhythm is, Sequoyah, especially their last 4 games, did not shoot very well from the three-point line, but they really haven't had to take too many here tonight as they're getting open looks inside the paint and getting some easy layups.
Yeah, and Sequoiah's been doing a great job of creating those for themselves.
And we're going to get ready to get back underway here in the second half of the contest from Sequoyah High School. And we're going to throw it over to Will to start the second half for us on the inbound pass.
Chattahoochee to inbound the ball. Sequoyah steals it.
Good defensive effort there by the Lady Chiefs to get after him. Coming straight out of the locker room. Nice job tying up and forcing the jump ball there. Possession arrow goes to the Chiefs.
Sequoyah will inbound the ball. Blatchford will dribble it around the logo. Looks for the troops to get set up. Dribbles down, passes to Barber, and that pass will be taken by Chattahoochee.
Almost a great defensive effort there by Troyer. Well, it was a great defensive effort there by Troyer. Just stepped a little bit out of bounds and turns the ball back over to the Chiefs. But overall, a good defensive effort to knock that one away from Barber.
Blatchford will get the ball, looking for someone to pass it to. Inbounds it, and it's stolen by Chattahoochee. So they will dribble it down the court, press on by Sequoyah here, and they'll kick it out to someone, and Chiefs get the ball.
Cotton maybe needed to set up a little bit more for that shot, and Sequoyah going to take over off the turnover.
Blatchford down in the corner, dribbles, looks, dribbling up toward the key, and looking for someone, passes it down below, and then they kick out to Rakestraw, and she shoots, and she makes a 3.
Nice job passing there by the Lady Chiefs that finds its way back down to Rakestraw, who got a wide open look at the basket. Good job there by the Lady Chiefs.
Chattahoochee dribbling it over, looking, and she passes it over, and she's on one-on-one with Blatchford. Kicks it out to the corner, shoots a 3, and no good.
Nobody inside, so nice job by Rogers there to get the rebound for the Lady Chiefs.
Rogers will pass it down to Blatchford. She dribbles down, kicks it out to Simon. Wide open 3 and miss.
A little too much steam on that one for Simon.
Troyer will take it, looking for someone to pass to here. Finds BB. BB dribbles out, kicks it down to Cotton. Simon putting on good defensive pressure here. Kicks it out to number 4, BB. BB looking for someone to pass to here. Dribbles it down, takes a shot, but it's blocked by Blatchford.
So with 6:20 left to go in the third quarter, Sequoyah on top of Chattahoochee by 20, 32-12. Chattahoochee looking to get that inside game going a little bit here. So that first free throw by Abebe bounces off the back of the rim and drops in, and she converts the first free throw. And the second one is no good, so they'll kick this one back out. Cotton's shot is deflected, and this one makes its way down to Simon. Simon going to dribble the basketball. Now she sends this one ahead to Rogers. Rogers down in the corner for Blatchford. Blatchford, nice head fake, but not fooled is Atala, and she's going to kick this one back out to Rogers at the top of the key. Drives in the lane. Now back to Blatchford. Wide open look for 3. No good as it teases and pops out. And we're going to get another jump ball. This one should go to Chattahoochee. So Sequoyah on top of Chattahoochee, 32-13 with 5 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Inbound pass. Abebe, three-quarter court press by the Lady Chiefs. Ball makes its way down to Cotton. Now she sends this one over to Troyer. Troyer going to dribble around Simon. Sends this one to the corner for Perez. No good on the three-point attempt. Ball picking up by Blatchford. Nice pass to the baseline. Now back to Rogers. She fires up a three-pointer. Way too much steam on that one, and here comes Perez. Odd man situation for the Chiefs. Nice layup by Perez, but no good. Not so sure Blatchford didn't get a hand on that one to cause the errant layup attempt. Pass baseline again for Simon. She's going to drive this one in. No good on the layup attempt. And ball moved ahead for Cotton. She's only got Rogers to beat. She's in the paint, and a nice block by Rogers. No, they call a foul on her. So Cotton going to go back to the charity stripe after the foul by Susanna Rogers. With 4:59 left to go, Sequoyah still on top, 32-13. Will Sequoyah still doing a fantastic job of playing some tight defense on these Chattahoochee Cougars. A couple of fouls, but as the first one goes out, a couple of fouls, but overall a very good defensive strategy for the Lady Chiefs here tonight.
Yeah, and I think those fouls are just a testament to how aggressive and physical they have been playing this defense. So, well, that's not something they want to get. I think it's a good reminder that they're doing a good job.
4:59 left to go in the third. And the second one drops for Cotton, so that makes it 32-14. As substituting in is going to be Sailor Davies. Inbound pass to Jackson. Jackson pushes this one ahead to Davies. Davies one-on-one with Troyer, now finds Singh down at the wing. Comes all the way back to Davies at the top of the key. Three-point shot by Rakestraw, no good. And the defensive rebound going to be picked up by Atala. Cotton now Bebe back to Atala. Atala drives the lane. Nice look at a layup, and she puts that one up and in off the backboard. So as the clock is not moving, 32-16 is currently the score in the third quarter. And a three-pointer by Blatchford, no good, as the clock still continues to not move. Now they get it turned on, and a short jumper by Singh, and down to the floor goes Blatchford. They're going to call a travel on her, and Coach Yarbrough wants to talk about it. Nope, correction, they just whistled to let a sub come in, and that's Callie Gaddis checking in for the Lady Chiefs. Nice steal by Blatchford on the inbound pass, and a nifty move, and she lays that one up and in, gets those 2 points right back for Sequoyah. 34-16, 4:42 left to go in the third. Pass for Cotton goes way over her head, and that one's going to bounce out of bounds and be a turnover. So we'll get a timeout here with 4:38 left to go in the third quarter. Your score from the War Lodge: Sequoyah 34, Chattahoochee 16. Chattahoochee hasn't committed any fouls so far this quarter, and Sequoyah's already up to 3. That might not be a good strategy if they want to keep Chattahoochee at arm's length.
No, it's not, but Chattahoochee's not helping themselves out here a lot with Sequoyah having double their score and then some. So Chattahoochee's really going to have to do something special here if they want to even get close to back in this.
It seems like the girls are definitely athletic enough. I really like that backcourt duo of Perez and Abebe. They've done a very good job of getting some open looks into the basket, but it's just converting on those attempts that seems to be the thorn in their side tonight.
Yeah, and duo can't win games, so they need some of their other ladies to help them out there and get an offensive effort going here.
So we'll see what they can muster up here with 4:38 left to go in the third quarter. Your score 34-16. Sequoyah has 4 timeouts left. Chattahoochee has 3. And Sequoyah has doubled up Chattahoochee +2, 34-16. Inbound pass. As Chattahoochee looked like they were going to put some pressure on, now they retreat back to the other side of the court on defense. Blatchford is taking quite a bit of time to get this one set up. She sends it over to Davies. Now Singh, inside pass to Gaddis. Gaddis's pass is going to be batted away, and Perez picks it up. She's got Davies to beat, kicks it out to Troyer. Troyer defended by Singh. Now Atala, and that one almost poked away from Perez as Blatchford playing tight defense on her. Atala got this one at the top of the arc. Troyer with a nice inside look. She puts that one up and in off the backboard, so another nice look for Mary Troyer. As Singh, nice pass inside to Jackson, and she lays that one back up and in. So Will, it seems like every time Chattahoochee answers, Sequoyah comes right back and reverses it on them.
Yeah, and that's the main reason that Chattahoochee hasn't been able to get into this game, is because Sequoiah's been doing such a good job of responding right away.
Every time Chattahoochee makes a basket, it's like Sequoyah just a counter puncher in a fight, and they're able to put it right back into the hoop and get those points back. 3:30 left to go in the third. Cotton's got to pick up the ball, and nobody there to help her out. She'll send this one over to Jackson, who pushes it ahead for Blatchford. Blatchford inside the lane and lays that one up and off the glass. Sequoyah ahead 20 points, 38-18 with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Perez now drives the lane and lays that one up and in. And a very nice looking layup on a good offensive effort there by Perez. And Sequoyah turns the ball over off the bad inbound pass. Let's see if Chattahoochee can build some momentum off this as Rogers and DeMauro check back in for the Lady Chiefs, as Blatchford and Davies are going to step off for a minute. Will, if Chattahoochee's going to do it, this would be the time to do it while Blatchford's off the court. Troyer now down to Cotton. Cotton corner three, no good as it's off the front of the rim. Going to be picked up by Callie Gaddis. Gaddis over to Rogers. Rogers taking her time, finds Singh. And Singh from the high post shot, no good, and that one going to be knocked out of bounds by Callie Gaddis. Perez takes the ball. Trap at half court. Perez is able to beat it. Now Jackson playing tight defense. And they're going to say Chattahoochee stepped out of bounds. That's Bree Williams. Singh down in the corner. Gets this one back out to DeMauro. Head fake by DeMauro, now out to Singh. Singh one-on-one with Atala. Passes this one down to Jackson. A little high, but she's able to recover nicely now. Inside look to Singh in the high post. Nice pass down low, but DeMauro wasn't ready for it in the low block. And this one's going to go back the way of Chattahoochee. As Abebe going to check back into the game for the Lady Cougars. Will, at some point, you got to think Sequoyah going to put Blatchford back in the game, but this would be a prime opportunity for Chattahoochee to get some points on the board with them off the court.
Yeah, most definitely, especially with the apparent lack of communication that Sequoiah's been having here.
And a swing and a miss on a three-pointer by Perez, and that'll be Sequoyah basketball, as nobody from Sequoyah is ready to receive the ball. Pressure on the inbound pass by Chattahoochee. Still 38-20 with a minute 58 left to go in the third quarter. Jackson going to bring this one up for the Lady Chiefs. Barber headed to the scorer's table for Sequoyah. Gaddis has this one down in the corner, dribbles it off of Cotton and turns the ball over. Nice steal by Troyer. And Troyer going to go back the other side of the court, puts the Jets on, and sends this one over to Perez. Perez has to back out as Singh comes out to defend her. Troyer to Cotton, now to Atala. Nice look to Perez, but the pass was a little too tall. Perez gets trapped along the baseline, able to recover. This one out to Abebe. Abebe to Cotton. Rogers switches over to Cotton. Cotton looks inside, passes this one back out to Abebe, who's at the wing. Abebe from beyond the arc fires one up, and that one teases but goes out as it looked like it was going to drop, but caught some momentum at the last second and squeaked out of the rim. Singh at the corner for a three-pointer, and Singh fires one and puts it in. So a heat seeker from the corner for Amy Singh makes it 41-20, under a minute to go now in the third quarter. And they're going to call a foul on Perez. They're going to say she got a little bit. Correction, they're going to call Sequoyah on the foul. So I think they got Rogers on that one. And some subs coming in for the Chiefs as Rakestraw, Simon, and Barber come back out onto the court. Blatchford heading to the table. Now she's going to check in as DeMauro comes out. 41-20 with 48 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Abebe kicks this one over to Perez. Hip high dribble for Troyer, and she's going to get fouled by Blatchford. So 32.8 seconds left, and Rogers is going to go ahead and check in as Blatchford comes right back out. Inbound pass to Atala. Perez going to dribble, and they're going to get Simon for reaching as Will Sequoyah starting to get sloppy here at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, they've made quite a few mistakes here, and unfortunately Chattahoochee hasn't been able to come back here with 6 fouls, and they're just giving Chattahoochee a lot of opportunities here.
Chattahoochee still hasn't committed a foul yet, so Perez at the free throw line, and that one drops to the bottom and is good. So Jazzy Perez sinks one from the nail, and that'll make it 41-21, 27 seconds left to go in the third. And the second one bounces off the front of the rim and then drops in. So 41-22 your score with 26.9 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Sequoyah going to have to be careful here as Chattahoochee in the bonus now. So any fouls from here on to the rest of the quarter going to result in a trip to the charity stripe. Rogers in the corner, nice pass to Singh at the high post. Singh drives the lane, no good on the layup. And Perez going to take this one. Jazzy with some nice moves to work around Demaro. She gets trapped at half court, gets this one to Atala. Atala now out to Abebe. Abebe working inside on Rogers. That one, not so sure Rogers didn't get a hand on, but Rakestraw going to pick it up for Sequoyah. Pushed ahead for Demaro. Demaro is going to go down as she loses her balance, and that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. So your score here from the War Lodge at Sequoyah High School, the Lady Chiefs 41, Chattahoochee 22.
And Chase, Sequoyah here just showing that they're the better team, not dropping a double-digit lead since pretty much the scoring started, and Chattahoochee's just really not been able to get in this at all.
Well, you didn't see it from the beginning of the game, but Sequoyah kicked the game off with an 11-point run in the first quarter and really hadn't taken their foot off the gas since. So 41-22 your score as we go into the fourth and final round of this bout here in Region 7 6A play. Will Sequoyah going to have to tighten up on the fouls here in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, well, they weren't in the bonus for that long. Chattahoochee was able to get a couple free throws there, and that's something the Chiefs are going to have to cut back on for sure if they want to win this game by a big margin like they are right now.
Yeah, definitely started getting sloppy there towards the end of the third. Let's see if they can tighten it up and finish this one on a high note here. And this is, Will, the last regular season home game until the 9th. So after tonight, we won't see them again until February 9th, where they take on Johns Creek in their regular season finale.
Yeah, the Chiefs have proved that on the road, off the road, they can be quite the dominant force and a force to be reckoned with for sure.
So definitely have high hopes for the Sequoyah Lady Chiefs team going into the postseason. But before we get to the postseason, they have to finish down the stretch. 4 more games to go, and they need to win all 4 of them to keep Cambridge out of that second spot in Region 7 6A. And they face Cambridge one more time before the season's over. Inbound pass, and Abebe going to trip over the basketball. And it looks like we're going to get a foul call on Sequoyah. So Blatchford picks up another, and that's her 4th. So Demaro going to check into the game for Blatchford. So Blatchford checks out of the game with 4 fouls. Big loss for the Chiefs. Now Perez with some nice moves on Simon, puts that one up, but it goes off the side of the rim. Barber leaves that one back for Juliana Simon. Simon going to take her time, putting the chess pieces in place. Now the game commences. Juliana, baseline drive, kicks this one out to Rogers. Got a good look at a three-pointer, no good. Barber unable to come up with the rebound, so Troyer picks it up for Chattahoochee. Now she drives in the lane, sends that one to Abebe, and they're going to call a travel as Rogers was able to get a hand on that basketball. So still 41-22 with 7:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. Troyer putting the pressure on Rogers off the inbound pass. Moved ahead for Simon. Simon has Abebe in her face. Now Simon going to kick this one out to Rakestraw, who kicks it into Barber, and Barber lays that one up and in, and it's a 21-point lead for the Lady Chiefs, 43-22 with 7 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the ballgame. Cotton sends this one over to Atala, who gives it to Perez, who's got a wide open lane to the basket. She takes it and lays that one up and in. Jazzy Perez. Will, I really like the way she finishes at the rim. It's like she attacks it, lays it in, and it just goes in.
Yeah, most definitely. She's one of the great playmakers for Chattahoochee. She's been doing well all night.
Let's see what she does in a foot race down to the other end of the basket, and that one's going to be slapped out of her hand, but they're going to call a foul. On the layup attempt. No, they're going to say it was knocked out of bounds, so no foul. 6:40 left to go. Nice block, though. 43-24 the scoreboard shows after the Perez layup. Bebe and Perez. Switching off defense. Bebe head fakes. Now sends this one over to Troyer. Gives it over to Cotton. Cotton looks inside, drives the lane. That one going to be blocked by Barber, and they're going to call a foul. So 6:26 left to go in the fourth. And going to the charity stripe is going to be Cotton again for the Cougars. Cotton been fairly decent from the free throw line tonight as she sinks another one. I think she's maybe missed one or two, but for the most part, she's been very reliable from 15 feet away. Converts on the first, that makes it 43-25. And the second one goes off the back of the iron. We gave her the commentator's curse. And she misses the second one. Here comes Rakestraw. She bounces that one off her foot. Kicks this one back out to Rogers for three, and she sinks it. So a good job ad-libbing there by the Lady Chiefs to make it 46-25 with 6 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the ballgame. Jazzy Perez, now she's going to send this one over, and it makes its way to Abebe in the corner after a couple of passes. Troyer in the corner calling for the ball. Nobody sees her. Abebe gets it. Now she's going to back up to the baseline on the opposite side of the court. Ball comes back near side. Three-point shot for Cotton. Too much on that one. And an offensive rebound by Abebe as she drives the lane and lays that one up, and no good as it bounced off the rim. Looked like it was going to drop in there for a second. But here comes Susanna Rogers for the Chiefs. Gives this one to Simon. Simon looks inside, now finds DeMauro all by herself, and she travels as she loses her balance beyond the arc. And Rogers and Jackson going to check back in for the Lady Chiefs. Ball swung over to Troyer. Now back to Perez. Perez over to Abebe, who gives it back to Cotton. Now back to the top to Atala. And poked away and stolen by Sequoyah. I think that's Gaddis. No, it's not Gaddis, but layup. And no good, so she's going to go to the charity stripe. Still trying to catch the number for Sequoyah. That's number 35, Addison Gorley, the freshman guard who's going to go to the charity stripe in a 46-25 game. Gorley a couple of bounces, and that one goes off the net. So Will, she's going to have to put a little bit more on that next one. Got a little bit more on that one still, but off the front of the rim. So 0 for 2 for Gorley from the line. As Perez finds a nice pass over to Cotton. Tried to drive the lane, it wasn't there. Abebe going to take this one at the top, now back over to Atala. Perez getting double teamed, dishes this one back over to Atala. Cotton has that one poked away after Rogers went down to the ground, gets this one ahead, finds its way over to DeMauro. Head fake over to Rogers. Rogers drives the lane, now back to DeMauro. DeMauro looking inside and lays that one up, no good. And second attempt put back is no good for Singh. Cotton goes ahead and picks this one up, going to send it into Troyer. Troyer gets trapped down at the baseline. Now back up to Perez, and Perez going to get fouled on her way to the basket. They're going to say it happened on the floor. Let's see who they call this one on. And it's going to be on Singh. So 46-25 your score here with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the contest. So, Will, while we were away, you know, Ellie Blatchford, she set a new school record for steals in that Johns Creek game with 11. So if that just goes to show what a special basketball player this sophomore is, she's going to have her name enshrined on the record board out there in the mezzanine.
Most definitely. Setting records in her sophomore year is a great sign for her.
As she surpasses the previous record of 10 steals. 3:59 left to go in the contest. 46-25, Sequoyah up by 21. And a wild dribble, and they're going to say double dribble on Gorley. So another turnover to Chattahoochee. And Chattahoochee wants to go ahead and take a timeout. So we'll go ahead and thank some of our sponsors real quick while we've got a moment.
So at the gold level, we have Buffalo's, where everyone is family, located on Riverstone Parkway in Canton. And at our black level, we have Food Basket Deli, home of the best Phillies in town, as well as Vito's Bar and Grill of Hickory Flat, the Barbie Lackey Financial Group, and lastly, Cycle Works Sanitation of Ball Ground, Georgia.
So we want to go ahead and thank those sponsors. We appreciate everything that you contribute to the Sequoyah Chiefs basketball program. That allows us to be able to do all these cool and exciting things and provide gear and equipment for these boys and girls to play high school basketball. You know, Will, Sequoyah actually has a very storied girls basketball program. You know, as we look up ahead of us right now, several championship and runner-up banners for the girls basketball team.
Yes, these Lady Chiefs certainly have a lot to live up to, but also to play for. As we said, quite the program that they've built here, and just a neat thing for these ladies to be able to play in a stadium that hosted that as well.
And Sequoyah looking to move to 15-5 on the year and 8-3 in the region. And once again, want to reiterate that they're trying to host some postseason games here at the War Lodge between the region tournament that they might get a couple games for if they go split site, and maybe a state playoff game or two. 3:38 left to go in the contest. Perez takes this one up top. Atala to Cotton. Pick set by Atala. And coming out on defense is Blatchford. Now looking inside is going to be Troyer. Troyer has to kick this one back out to Abebe. Abebe to Atala. Now to Perez. Perez steps back and gets trapped by Blatchford, who pokes that one away. Now she's got this one ahead. It's her versus Atala, and Blatchford will lay that one up and in and makes it 48-25 with 3:10 left to go in the fourth. Excellent defense there, Will, by Ellie Blatchford.
Yeah, she's able to just get that poke, and we were just talking about her steals record that she set, and she did a great job of it there.
Not only can score the basketball, but can play excellent defense as well. Troyer's got this one in the corner and sends this one around to Abebe. Nice pass. Atala going to pick this one up and send it to Cotton. Cotton getting worked on by Davies, drives the lane and lays that one up. No good, as it was just a little bit to the left. 2:40 left to go, 48-25, Chiefs on top of the Cougars. Blatchford comes up the court with a shoulder-high dribble. Now it makes its way down to Singh in the corner as Blatchford was flashing in the lane, unable to corral the pass. And that one's going to go out of bounds and become Chattahoochee basketball. And Chattahoochee wants to go ahead and take a 30-second timeout, so 2:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. Your score here from the War Lodge, Sequoyah 48, Chattahoochee 25. So, Will, as it stands right now, Sequoyah is in second place, and they would play the number 3 team in Region 6. So right now the number 3 team in Region 6 would be Pope. So you would see a Pope-Sequoyah matchup here at the War Lodge. That's if they can hold that second seed, though.
Yeah, and that's something that the Chiefs are really gonna vie for, because they love to play at this home stadium. We love to be here. We love to have the fans, the atmosphere. It's just all great.
Well, plus, Will, we want to be here. We want to be able to call these exciting Sequoyah basketball history-building moments here at the War Lodge, and it's been an honor and a pleasure to be a part of that. So we want to thank the administration here at Sequoyah High School for allowing us to do that, as well as Coach Mann and the AV kids who set this up for us and do a fantastic job of putting a broadcast on. So we're back underway here from the War Lodge. 2:25 left to go as Perez brings this one up the court. Abebe Dribbles it 10 feet from the top of the arc. Now brings it in, gives that one to Cotton, who gives it right back to her. Bebe looks to drive the lane, lays that one up and no good off the side, but she's going to knock that one out of bounds. And they're going to say that stays Chattahoochee basketball. Jackson going to check back in as she gives Davies a rest. So 2:10 left to go in the contest. Sequoyah 48, Chattahoochee 25. And that one's going to stay Chattahoochee basketball as it was poked away. Troyer inbounds this one to Perez. Now over to Cotton, and Perez gets it back, sends this one over to Troyer. Troyer shoots the three-pointer, nothing but net for Chattahoochee's Troyer, and that makes it a 20-point game, 48-28. So a nice shot there by Mary Troyer, the junior guard out of Chattahoochee. Jackson hands that one off to Gaddis. Gaddis looks baseline, and then she tries to get that one back to the high post, but tripped up is DeMauro, and they're going to call a foul on Cotton. So Sequoyah going to go ahead and make some changes as Shelby Bellinger comes in for the Lady Chiefs, as well as Gorley. And that one going to be stolen by Abebe. She's in a foot race. Can she get to the rim in time? And she converts on the and one attempt. Correction, she puts the basket in and gets fouled. So she'll get a chance to convert on an and one. 90 seconds left to go in the ball game. 48-30. And a chance for Abebe to convert on the three-point play. So Will Sequoyah allows the three-point play as Abebe sinks the second free throw. So as soon as Sequoyah puts in some younger players, Chattahoochee able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, they were, and I think that's just from experience, as we were talking about, the Sequoyah younger players.
And another turnover is the cause of 2 more points as Cotton puts that one up and in. And Chattahoochee smelling a chance at a momentum shift as they put the pressure on. 48-33, a minute, 8 seconds left to go. Sequoyah breaks the press, driving in and laying that one up and in for Sequoyah. Didn't catch the number on the scorer, but Sequoyah answers right back and makes it 50-33. Drive into the lane, that one toilet bowls out, and a struggle for the basketball is going to go Sequoyah's way, pushing that one ahead for Gorley. Correction, that's DeMauro who's driving in the lane, no good. And a second attempt on a putback, and DeMaro's going to be fouled. 35.4 seconds left, and DeMauro going to go to the free throw line. So your score here with 35 seconds left, Sequoyah 50, Chattahoochee 33. Will from the opening bell. This one was all Lady Chiefs as they were able to jump out to an 11-0 run to start the contest. As DeMauro sinks her first free throw to make it 51-33. And the second one a little bit to the left, and that'll bounce out, but it's going to be picked up on an offensive rebound. Taken by Gorley. Gorley looks inside and almost turned over. Now a chance from the wing, three-pointer, no good. As Cotton picks up the basketball, now they've got numbers between her and Abebe, but she's going to take it to the rim herself, and Cotton can't finish, and they're going to say she was fouled. So 11 seconds left to go, and Cotton going to go back to the free throw line again. Will, one of the things Cotton has done so well, she's been able to attack the basket, and she's been awarded a lot of free throws tonight.
Yeah, that movement that she has down there has been able to get her, or she's been able to draw a lot of fouls, which has been able to get her a lot of free throws as well.
Been converting pretty regularly on these tonight. A miss right there as that one goes off the back of the rim. 11 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Sequoyah up by 18 here, 51-33. As Cotton sinks the second one. So that should do it here from the War Lodge at Sequoyah High School, as the Chiefs are probably just going to let the clock wind down here, maybe get one last shot off. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, and that'll do it here from the War Lodge, where the Sequoyah Chiefs improved to 15-5 on the season and 8-3 in the region. Will, every region win is completely precious here from here on out, and crucial to Sequoyah getting some home field or home court advantage in the playoffs.
Yeah, and they were able to do a fantastic job of that here tonight, keeping a double-digit lead the entire game, and they were really just locked up this Chattahoochee team and were not allowing them to get any looks, just anything at all.
So a big win tonight for the Lady Chiefs as they're victorious 51-34. We want to thank you for joining us here on ChiefsTV.org. I'm Chase Schaefer. Joining me in the booth is Will Hogendijk. I want to thank everybody here tonight, especially our camera operators, who have done a fantastic job. We want to thank those guys. So once again, we will join you next time here on Chiefs TV from the War Lodge. I'm Chase Schaefer and Will Hogendijk. Your Sequoyah Lady Chiefs victorious over the Chattahoochee Cougars 51-34.